We have the best music to listen to, sports to leave us breathless, multiple sources of news trending, an unending selection of movies on Netflix, and too many apps to even count up. The world today is amazing, don't be afraid to lose yourself. Get lost in wonder, there's magic to uncover, so much knowledge available, a trillion aspects of living to discover, from Chicago to Seattle, New York City to Los Angeles, Denver to Dallas, New Orleans to Atlanta, and that's just America. Work hard to be able to travel and experience all of it, because we all battle through the struggle to have perks in life. Every male needs a wife, but we all need to come back to being beautiful like we were as kids back in the day, before we end up dead and fade away. We have the best music to listen to, sports to leave us breathless, multiple sources of news trending, an unending selection of movies on Netflix, and too many apps to even count up. The world today is amazing, don't be afraid to lose yourself. I'm driven by hunger to succeed and fast for hours till I can feast. I sacrifice a lot to be the best version of me, and there's still a lot of room to improve. There's no end to having to make moves to do you and be good as you possibly can. Everything I am could be relatable to any and all fans trying to be a part of God's plan and exist as a part of man, growing and working toward being grand. So we realize there's nothing we can't do when nobody has all the answers, but I don't believe we should live like a cancer consuming earth, as if we have no purpose and aren't worth it all. Every one of us not afraid to fall, to recover and stand up taller. Every moment we live for, until we live a life close to perfect. We have the best music to listen to, sports to leave us breathless, multiple sources of news trending, an unending selection of movies on Netflix, and too many apps to even count up. The world today is amazing, don't be afraid to lose yourself. We're all putting on the act of being led by God. It's sort of like a facade, but we don't have a lot of time. Life's too short to not be happy and try to experience everything possible for mankind. I don't wish to bring anyone down when I could lift us high with positive rhymes that counter our minds. If we have doubts, worries, stress, or concern, no one deserves to have to live with when things could be different. I have a vision of a future where nobody's a loser, nobody is doomed to fail. So I do well to triumph and prevail over what doesn't see us excel. I'm here for all of us until we all feel our best, amen. We have the best music to listen to, sports to leave us breathless, multiple sources of news trending, an unending selection of movies on Netflix, and too many apps to even count up. The world today is amazing, don't be afraid to lose yourself. I'm afraid I'll wake up one day on my deathbed, upset that I accomplished nothing that I set out to. Didn't get rich and famous, nor met a lot of cool people of all different backgrounds, able to travel the world, my playground, having it possible. I could say I don't regret a thing, cause every new day was my best day. It's kind of strange, some of us treat others as strangers. It's like if we're not depressed, we're angry. If not overjoyed with what's going on with us, we're either normal or crazy. I don't know if all us will ever get it, whatever we're meant to get. I believe God intends to tell us, just be happy to live and draw breath, cause one day it all ends. I'm a landfill of toxic gossip. If I ain't a pioneer of philosophies, I can't say I understand rocket science, but I imagine a future no one suffers and mankind all acts like sisters and brothers, and we all back each other. I act like I don't care what anybody does, but to be fair, my heart's never really been crushed. All the people I care for are still alive. My dog Debo and friend Dan Douglas were my greatest losses, and Uncle Brian died at age 45. Grandpa Wilson died last March. He drank too much. I just have trouble forgiving myself for not knowing how to really communicate with everyone I'm supposed to love the most. But I'm putting on a show for everyone I know, and I plan to tour the world and express my heart and soul to hopefully unite the globe. I'm a landfill of toxic gossip. If I ain't a pioneer of philosophies, I can't say I understand rocket science, but I imagine a future no one suffers and mankind all acts like sisters and brothers, and we all back each other. We shouldn't cut people off or even move on. We shouldn't divide the world, only strengthen ties, grow to know more until we've met as many people as we possibly can, so nobody feels alone, and we all have a great amount of family and friends. I try to practice what I preach, but my thoughts bring me down, and every second I struggle to be worth it to everybody I come into contact with. I just don't ever want to run from my problems when it's the good and bad that make us complete. I don't want to miss anything and wish to be free to pursue happiness by any and all means. I'm a landfill of toxic gossip if I ain't a pioneer of philosophies. I can't say I understand rocket science, but I imagine a future no one suffers and mankind all acts like sisters and brothers and we all back each other.